Hey guys, I wanted to shoot this video because Donald Trump won the election and there will be some changes to the college education system. In this video, I'm going to be particularly going into one of his proposals, which is a free online university for all of Americans. He wants to call it American Academy. Let's dive into it and tell you, is this going to be a good idea? Is this even doable? And what the heck is this university going to be all about? Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Ryan. I earned a bachelor's degree in 9 months, and now I teach other people how to earn bachelor's degrees really quickly. And that's what this channel is all about. So if you're interested in that, just subscribe. But let's jump into American Academy, Donald Trump's proposal for a free university. Now, I don't want to get too political here, but I do want to set the stage and tell you why Donald Trump is proposing an idea for a new free university for all Americans. Donald Trump currently hates the current education system. He hates legacy universities, the Ivy League schools, and his claim is that they're getting woke and that they're teaching students to become communists, basically openly upset with these universities. And I'm not here to tell you what's true and what's not. I just want to give the facts. But because of this, he wants to create a new alternative to these universities. He's not going to get rid of these legacy universities, but he wants Americans to have an alternative in hopes that these universities will change how they're doing things because they have to then compete with a better alternative. So let's dive into the American Academy and see if it is a better alternative to current legacy universities. Now, this is going to be a university that offers bachelor's degrees and equivalent. Let's start with funding. How the heck is he going to come up with money from this? Because he's promised that he's not going to add a dime to the federal debt. Now, this is a quote by him directly. "We will take the billions and billions of dollars that we will collect by taxing, fining, and suing excessively large private university endowments, and we will then use that money to endow a new institution called American Academy." He then goes on to say, this academy will offer world-class education available to every American free of charge and do it without adding a single dime to the federal debt. Now, the idea here is to tax, fine, and sue legacy universities, use that money to fund. I don't know what you think about that. I don't know if it's going to be possible. I know that there is some shady stuff just from all of my experience in the education world. There is some shady stuff that happens in universities. They collect a lot of federal funding and then they raise their prices and charge more to the students. And then the students then have to get more federal funding. It's kind of a crazy thing that's happening, but we'll see if this university idea can even be funded with this method of funding. I don't know if it's possible or not. We will see. Let's dive into curriculum. What the heck is going to be taught? Now, he hasn't gotten into a ton of debt, but he says there will be a full spectrum of human knowledge and skills. He's saying there will be an entire universe of the highest quality educational content. Now, this is something I think would be pretty cool if this actually happens. Curriculum ranging from lectures or ancient histories or an introduction to financial accounting or training in a skilled trade. So he gives a huge variety, basically ranging from arts and histories to financial stuff to trades. If there's one online school that's teaching you trades, like that's pretty awesome if he can pull it off. Let's dive into the method of delivery or the educational style of the proposed university. I don't know how I feel about this, but he talks about utilizing study groups, mentors, industry partnerships, and the latest breakthrough in computing. Now, if you have followed this channel, you know that I'm a huge advocate of no lectures, no study groups, just figuring out what you need to learn and then learning it and testing out of classes and things like that. I'm a huge advocate for full self-paced college degrees that you can earn in literally months instead of years. Well, when study groups and lectures from mentors become involved, that does slow you down. It kind of takes the whole your pace thing out of the equation and you're actually having to go through curriculum. So I don't know how I feel about that, but let's keep rolling forward. Let's talk about the next thing. One of the big components of this is he wants it to be strictly non-political, his quote, and no wokeness. So he's really big on just no politics at all in school, although he has said that he wants American history to continue to be taught. So there will be history and stuff. There's just not going to be, hopefully, left or right-wing agendas either way. I'm not a huge fan of politics in general taught in universities. I just want to learn what I need to learn and move forward with my life and go get the dream job. But we'll see how that works out. Now, accreditation, because here's the thing, all these universities, legacy universities, there are regional accreditation institutions that basically have a bar of curriculum and tell you whether these universities are accredited or if they're not. And they have to be accredited in order to get government funding for student grants and stuff like that, which this proposed university, there won't be student grants and stuff because it's going to be offered for free. But this is what Trump said. American Academy will compete directly with the existing and very costly four-year university system by granting students degree credentials that the U.S. government and all federal contractors will henceforth recognize. So it will be accredited just the same as all the other universities. Now, a couple of other things that he said about this. Yes, they will grant credit for past coursework at legacy institutions. So if you've gone to college in the past, you can then transfer those credits in, and that will count towards the new degree. He's also said it's going to be a faster degree than traditional. Some concerns and some thoughts here. I am very for alternatives to the current system. I personally feel, and I don't know that it's super arguable, the university system is kind of a mess right now. It costs insane amounts of money to go and learn things. And a lot of students that get degrees walk away and say, I didn't learn anything about the job that I'm going to be doing. So there do need to be some changes made. The question is this the solution that's going to kind of kickstart the change? I don't know. If you can let me know in the comments what you think. So yes, I'm a huge fan of alternatives. And if it goes well enough, we may see the current university system start changing to keep up. Now, I'm a huge advocate for competency-based education programs where you can test out of classes and prove competency. As that has gone really well and students have been able to get degrees faster, colleges are changing as better ideas approach. So let's hope that this is just another thing that kind of kickstarts more change with the university system. Now, it doesn't sound perfect. It hasn't been mentioned any aspect of self-paced degrees, which I don't like. But one thing I do like, if you have a free solution that's really, really good, and you have all these universities charging insane amounts of money, you'll have more students leaving those universities to go to the free schools. And hopefully, as a result, the other universities will lower their costs to try to compete. That is the huge goal here. Now, I did another video about Trump's education changes, and some comments down in the feed, people brought up a valid point. Trump has already had a university in the past fail. Now, let me kind of clarify what happened there. The name Trump University, he kind of branded it as a university, even though it actually wasn't a university. It was basically like a real estate and financial training program. A bunch of students enrolled. In this program, they were pitched more products to buy down the road. There was no college degree that came at the end. There was no accreditation of any kind. And students hated it, and they felt like they were being used, and they sued, and Trump ended up settling for like $25 million after he got elected in 2016. So for those that are thinking like Trump's already failed at a university, yes, I'm not arguing that it was a failure. It did not go well, but it actually wasn't a university. It was more of a training program or a business venture. We'll see if this American university actually equates to anything. Now, for those of you still watching, I teach people how to earn college degrees faster. If you'd like to learn how to do that, I'm going to leave a video right here where I walk through my 3-step process that I call degree hacking. If you want to avoid all the chaos of the university system and just go get a degree without all the fluff, watch that video. I think it will be a big, big difference for you, and I hope it adds a lot of value to your day. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.